Assalamualaikum everyone. Today's chapter is about object-oriented programming in Python. What is object-oriented programming? Object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm that organizes code into objects. Each object is an instance of a class and has its own set of attributes and behaviors. Moving further, uh, Python is an object-oriented programming language and it supports the key principle of object-oriented programming. And the main concept of object-oriented programming are actually the classes and objects in Python. So what are the classes and what are the objects in Python? Classes is a blueprint or template for creating objects. It defines a set of attributes and methods that the object of the class will have. In Python, we can create a class by simply using the class keyword. And an object is an instance of a class. It is a concrete realization of the class with specific values of its attributes. You can create objects by instantiating a class. Now we will see creating and using objects in Python. To create an object, first instantiate a class and then use the class name followed by the parenthesis to call the constructor. By further moving toward the using objects in Python, so objects can access attributes and methods defined in the class. Use the dot notation to access them. Encapsulation and abstraction. So first of all, encapsulation. Encapsulation is the concept of bundling data and the methods that operate on the data onto a single unit. It helps in controlling access to the internal state of objects. While abstraction focuses on essential characteristics of an object. Now, methods and attributes. So, methods are functions defined within a class. These are inside a class. First, we define a class, and then inside a class, we define methods. Methods perform operations related to the class and its object. Uh, the self parameter is used to refer to the instance of the class. So attributes are variables that store data within a class or object. They represent the characteristics or properties of the object. So moving further, inheritance and polymorphism. So inheritance is a mechanism that allows a new class to inherit attributes and methods from an existing class. It promotes code reuse, while polymorphism allows objects of different classes to be treated as objects of a common base class. It enables a single interface to be used for different types of objects. Further, we will discuss about inheritance. Using inheritance to extend functionality, inheritance allows the creation of child classes that inherit attributes and behaviors from a parent class. So, there are the child classes which are defined inside a parent class. Like first we define a class and then we define another class inside a class. So that child class also have their new attributes and behavior as well, but they definitely inherit some of the characteristics or some of the behavior from their parents as well. Some of the key concepts of object-oriented programming are inheritance, encapsulations, and polymorphism. Advantages of OOP. First one is modularity. Object-oriented programming. In object-oriented programming, code can be organized into modular, reusable components. Code reusability, like uh, in OOP, you can use the existing code. Uh, you can use the existing code to save time and effort, and also changing and updates in the code can be made more easily in object-oriented programming. So maintenance is very easy in this. So these are some advantages of object-oriented programming. Lastly, I will say that unleash the power of object-oriented programming takes your Python skills to the next level. So now we'll discuss a little example about object-oriented programming. So moving toward it, here is the example, the solved example. Um, so first of all, uh, I would like to tell the scenario of this example. So the scenario is this that there are some customers, bank customers, and there are the accounts. So first of all, we'll provide the information about the customer, their accounts they hold, their current balance, and then we also perform some functions of withdrawals and deposits on that account. And then finally, we'll display the final balance after the withdrawals and deposits in the account. So first of all, by starting, here is the customer class that represents a bank customer with a name, address, and a list of associated accounts. Then there is another class which is account class. It represents a bank account with an account number, a reference to a customer, and a balance. There is an add account method. We use, as we said previously, methods are inside the class. So in customer class, we use method add account. So customer can have multiple accounts, and add account method is used to associate an account with a customer. And by moving toward the account class, the deposit and the here's the deposit and here's the withdrawal. The deposit and the withdrawal methods are used to perform transactions in the account. By deposit method and by withdrawal method, we tell the account to perform some deposit and some withdrawal functions on that specific account. So customer account information display using the display account method. Here in the customer class, there is a display account method as well, which will display as the final account details. So by moving toward the terminal, first we run that account and sorry, run that code and then we got the output. In the output, uh, it tells us that there are three customer accounts are created, two for one and one for like two for Alice and one for Bob. So then they tell us the how much amount they deposited or they withdrawn. So these transactions are performed on their specific accounts, and then finally the final account balance are displayed for each customer. Here are the final account balance which are displayed for the each customer after the deposit and withdrawals performed on their account. So that's it for the today. If you have any question or query, you can ask.